everybody. Robert A. Bonavito, New Jersey forensic accountant. Today we're going to talk about complete or partial destruction of a business. Sounds pretty serious. And how do you calculate losses when you do have this happen? And what we're going to talk specifically about is the business valuation methodology that we use in our firm a lot. Lost profits can be determined through two main approaches. The first approach we're all familiar with, lost profit, right? You calculate the lost profits, and there's all types of ways to do this. But the second, and not used too often, except in our firm, is the business valuation methodology. Lost profits approach is often called what? Ex post, where the business valuation approach is known as ex-ante. And we've talked about ex post and ex-ante in a video we did either this year or last year. And we're going to talk a little bit about that now. You should know those two terms. Okay, a key difference between these methodologies is the business valuation methodology, or ex-ante, involves using all information available or known at the time of the wrongful act, right? When you do a business valuation, what do we always say? It has to be as of a specific date, right? We can't have a moving target. Lost profits ex post leverages all data available up to the award date, focusing on lost income stream, right? I mean, if the damage happened in December 31st, okay, that's the valuation date, but the lost profits date is going to go up to the date when the award is made, which could be a year later. Now, if you're talking about, you may have a lot more information, like if it's a gas company or something like that, the price went up or down, calculate your profits better with the business valuation methodology. Probably not that good, but you probably wouldn't use it in that situation. Why use the business valuation methodology to cost lost profits? Business valuation method becomes crucial when a business sustains damages that permanently impact future earnings potential. Business valuations are typically conducted to assess losses of value or reduced earning capacity, integrating aspects of accounting, economics, and finance, right? I mean, we know how to do business valuations, but utilizing it for lost profits is not often done. Now, a business may suffer partial damage resulting in total loss or temporary value loss where it eventually recovers, right? You could have damages to a building and the business can't operate for a while, or is operating, on a 50% capacity, but they fix it, so the damages there are limited. But again, you could do you could use the business valuation methodology. You could have it at one date and then do it another date and compare the loss. We have used it in that situation. So let's give a better example. Okay, let's say a big business has like 6 or 7 factories, and they lose one of the factories and they can't replace it. Okay, this is a permanent impairment, right? They can't replace it for some reason. Maybe because of regulations, you can't build in this area anymore. So we would do a valuation before with all the factories, and then after with the one not included, and you'd see the value of the loss. The fact is that even if you do use lost profits or business valuation methodology, you should come up with the same number. But we had a case a couple of years ago where we were retained because there was a major retailer. It was a national retailer, and they were next to the 6-lane highway. And the state came in and they said, "We're going to condemn. We want to redo the highway. We're going to take out the access," because there was access right to their facility from this highway, and had a big billboard sign. They took down the billboard sign and they closed the access point. And the company had permanent damages. And in fact, they went out of business. They had to close that location. I mean, they had, thousands of locations, but this location was very profitable. They had to close it down. And they sued the state, and we used the business valuation methodology because it was cleaner, right? We said, okay, this is the value of this date. This is the value after you guys shut down the business. I mean, there were some things they could sell and stuff like that. It was very successful because it was easy to understand. I don't even know if you really could use lost profits there. I mean, I guess you could, but the valuation the business valuation damages came out better. And again, they should be the same, right? When you have either methodology. Now let's change it. Let's say that the state said, okay, we're going to change the access point, but we're not going to let you put up the billboard. So then we'd have what? We'd have like impairment of the business, and we'd have partial business destruction. So there, again, I would probably use the business valuation methodology in that case, but I think lost profits would be pretty good. But in some cases, you really want to consider using the business valuation methodology when you're doing damages. So listen, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hey, smack that like button. It helps out a lot. And if you have any questions, leave them below. Thanks for listening.